Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate your support. So, I am here because I've been asked by a couple of you guys to give my opinion on what I think happened with Rose from Rose Credit Repair, okay? So, first we want to always give a shout out to any and everybody who unfortunately has a run-in with the law. Y'all know circumstances and situations do cause people to do things. We're not passing no judgment over here. We're just gonna get into what I think happened, okay? So you guys know I'm familiar with credit repair, and I read her story. And if you don't know who she is the female that was arrested in Houston a couple weeks ago. And they claimed that, I think they said she tried to wipe out $3.3 million in her client's credit. So here's what I believe happened with Rose, okay? So yes, we already know that she used the police reports in order to have the items removed from individuals' credit. So let me tell you why people use that. It is used, one, the technique is called a credit sweep. I've talked about credit sweeps before. Two, let me say that this is educational and entertainment purposes only, because I know some of y'all wow, okay? So, but it does say in the Federal Credit Reporting Act that if an individual has a identity theft report, that when that individual actually disputes items, those items will come into question, and they are supposed to be automatically deleted within 4 days upon the credit bureau getting notification that it is, from fraud, right? So this has been going on for a very long time, okay? Credit bureaus used to almost immediately remove items from an individual's credit report if they had an ID theft report, okay? Now, you guys are noticing I'm not saying a police report. I am saying an ID theft report. And the reason I'm saying that is because you can get them from different places. It does not just have to be a police department. In Rose's situation, she used a real identity theft report that somebody had. It was probably sent to her through PDF. I myself have received police reports that are real, that have actually been emailed from the police department on a PDF document. And if you have Adobe PDF, you can edit. So more than likely what she did was edit the document, change the name, change the address, and kept everything else the same. Some things cannot be changed. For example, say that it had a scannable barcode or something that had numbers. That may not have been something that can change. Maybe somebody signed the police report electronically. That may not be able to be changed, okay? So we don't necessarily know exactly what on the form was not changed that got the individuals to start looking at her, okay? I don't believe that is what started individuals from looking at her immediately. I'll get to that in a second. But let's just say it was the numbers on the report that didn't change. That will catch somebody's attention. And then, yes, of course, you may possibly be looking at somebody catching on to this trick or this method, because that's what it is. It's a method, a method of cleaning reports, okay? So she used the same police report several times with her clients and was able to remove information. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's $3.3 million. It's $3.3 million. Let's be real. If anybody knows anything about how they work with law enforcement, of course, they want to get the big bang. So it could have been 3,000, not 3,000. It could have been 300,000. Okay. It could have been 2 million, but because it may be based off of today's fair market value pricing versus when she may have removed it, the cost, that's how they come up with these large numbers. These numbers are not just, oh, she removed this, let me add that. Oh, she removed this, let me add that. It is usually not that cut and dry. because they have to do so much investigation to go back and find when this started, which all methods she used, because that may have been just one method that she used at the end before she got caught, but there are other methods of the credit sweep, okay? Now, what I feel from reading the report, what I feel happened is Rose, instead of disputing with the actual credit bureaus, she disputed with the original creditor. And I don't know from, if you guys are watching, if you're into credit repair or anything like that, but that is not something I would recommend at all. Why, Shamika? Well, I don't recommend it. For one, in the bank that actually started all of this was Ally Bank, and that is the ALLY Bank, okay? So if you know Ally Bank, you probably also know that I haven't, I don't know about you, I've never seen a brick and mortar location for Ally Bank, which means they are a completely online bank, okay? And even if they do have some locations, they still are small, all right? Just because a bank can get large funding doesn't mean that they are a large bank. Because banks can get you loans for cars, it doesn't mean anything, okay? It just means they got approved. More than likely, they could sell that loan to somebody else after they approve you. So them getting the loan doesn't make them a large bank like Wells Fargo or Bank of America or anything like that, okay? So I believe that Ally Bank has time, meaning they're small enough that they can actually review more of their clients' records than, say, Bank of America or Wells Fargo, okay? So when you are disputing with the original creditor, you are basically handing back to the people you got your loan from paperwork saying that this loan that was acquired through your bank was fraudulent. Now, that could mean Ally Bank could say, well, we want to see the tapes. We want signatures. They could request a lot of things before they actually kicked off this investigation, okay? But probably what they started to see was, this account is being disputed with a police report that looks very similar to one I saw a month ago, okay? Now, I always tell people, small banks or small businesses, they always have the files on their desk. Now, they may not really have the files on their desk, but they're small enough that the files are accessible, meaning they don't see thousands and thousands and thousands where they could forget you. They may see a few hundred. I can remember one person from another person just by two things that would be similar that would go, oh, that reminds me of somebody else. Boom. Same thing could have happened with Ally Bank, okay? So if you're ever going to dispute, okay? Now, mind y'all, I done told you the method. But if you ever choose to use that method, remember, educational and entertainment purposes only now on this video. But if you should choose to use the method, you use it with the credit bureau, not the original creditor. And why? Because the credit bureau, 9 times out of 10, is not sending the hard copy proof to the original creditor because it's done through Metro 2 or it's done electronically, meaning they'll probably only send them a code of what it is that you disputed, which makes it just a little bit more difficult. Maybe, not maybe, it also gives you a little bit more time to send it to the actual original creditor. And then to me, you have a better chance of getting it dismissed, or shall I say removed from the credit report, because it did not say by sending it to the original creditor that they have 4 days to remove it from your credit report. It says the credit bureau, okay? So this is, again, my speculation. I read a lot of articles to try to get an idea of what I think happened. Why? Because a lot of people have been using the credit sweep method for a very long time, and it's surprising why this one got caught over other ones. And I believe she got caught, one, she was doing with that small bank. 2, she didn't change a lot of the information on the credit on the ID theft report. And 3, she chose an actual police station ID theft report versus some of the other ones that you can use, okay? So I'm just gonna give you a couple places that you could get identity theft reports from, okay? They have to be legit, guys, okay? But you can file these, and a lot of times when you file these, you can turn around and use that documentation to help you, okay? So if someone filed taxes in your name using your social security number, you can file an identity theft report with the IRS, okay? Now, the IRS is not necessarily a law enforcement agency like a police department, but they have a law enforcement agency a part of them, okay? So you will be able to take that police report, send it off to the IRS. The IRS will send you something acknowledging that you can use that. You can also use the police report. I have seen people actually file them, keep a copy, and actually have them stamped and use them, okay? Especially if it's like at a bank or if they're trying to do something with employment services or something like that. I've seen people use those. Of course, the main one that you're supposed to have is the actual police report from the police department. A lot of people don't go to the police department because police departments have also caught on to the credit sweep method, and now they are not allowing people to get theft reports or ID theft reports unless ID theft has been proven, meaning you can't go and show your credit report and show that you have 20 inquiries. Now, to me, that's theft. If you have 20 inquiries on your report and you didn't do it, and that means somebody has your social, maybe they're trying to get credit. To me, that's identity theft report because somebody hit submit with my social security number. But the police do not view it that way. They view it as an individual has to now actually obtain credit in your name. So there actually has to be a dollar value tied to it in order for them to make a report. A lot of people don't want to wait on that. Why? Because if I know somebody's using my social, I don't want to wait until I'm a real victim financially. I want to report it now. That doesn't always work, okay? You can use Federal Trade Commission. They are a quote-unquote criminal agency, and they have an ID theft report that you can actually use. You can use this in conjunction with your police report. When you go to the police station, you can actually fill out one and take it to the police station so that you can show that you filed one federally and that you want to file one locally. You can do the same with the FTC report and send it also to IRS if you want to send it in as supporting documentation when you submit this other one from the IRS, okay? You can also send the city or local police report to the IRS also, okay? So some of those you can use interchangeably. Of course, again, the police report from the police station is the number one chosen method, but there are other places that do have identity theft reports where you can actually blame someone else, okay? So you can have FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission. You can do your regular police report. And then, of course, IRS has an identity theft report. Now, I'm sure there are others, but those are the only three that I have been told or have seen actually do the work, okay? So, again, we don't pass any judgment on what anybody has done. Like I said, certain situations put people in situations where they make decisions that may not necessarily be the best decision at that time. But hey, we don't pass no judgment over here. All we want to do is learn from what somebody else has done so we can either do better or not do it at all. All right? So, again, remember, guys, educational and entertainment purposes. I love it when you guys email me back or make comments saying the same thing back to me. I appreciate that. That means you're paying attention. So, please like, subscribe, and share. And while y'all at it, go find Rose Credit Repair. I'm actually put that link below so that y'all can still subscribe and follow. Just because she's, away right now, handling some business, she'll be home. I'm sure she's going to bond out or whatever. But boost up her subscribers as well because she does have good work other than that other stuff that has happened. Okay? So, like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.